Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we're gonna talk about the Tampa Pro, the results of the show, and a couple of other very interesting things. So first of all, we actually got a couple of rising stars coming out of this show, and the first guy we gotta talk about is of course Jordan Hutchinson, the winner of the show. As it was pretty obvious after the prejudging, Jordan ended up winning, beating Quinton, and what this guy brought to this stage was phenomenal. Like a very complete look. Like a lot of thickness, a lot of size, not a lot of gaps, to be honest. Like, I'm not really sure what he needs to improve on to place better in the future. I mean, at the Mr. Olympia, of course. Now he's going to the Mr. Olympia, and like, he is a very complete bodybuilder. I would say maybe he can get more conditioned, especially in the glutes area. Everywhere else, he was in great shape. Like, he was solid, man. Like, he was hard, he was conditioned, he was full. And again, he is very complete. Like, there aren't any big body parts that are missing. Sure, his back could be a bit wider. Let's say that's the thing. That's the weakness. His back can be wider. But it's not like it's a weak back. It's actually a pretty good back, especially in the back lat spread right here. In the back double, it can be better. And maybe his glutes can be a little bit sharper, drier. It seems like his abs are holding some water as well. So overall, he can be a little bit more crispy, a little bit drier, but he brought great fullness to this stage and phenomenal look overall. You know, in the updates he was posting before the show, he actually looked like he can win this show, but it was kind of difficult for me to imagine that because this guy never really plays super high at any of the shows, so I thought he was going to be like in the top, but not exactly in the whole thing, but he ended up destroying everybody pretty much. And I also did not expect Quinton to be pushing him and to actually place second. That's right, Quinton took that second spot at his show, and honestly, what he brought to this stage was just amazing. I mean, no, it wasn't the most complete package. He still needs to work on improving his back, but really impressive look. Like, with that small waist, wide shoulders, great quad sweep. His silhouette from the front is just outstanding, amazing. It's something you don't see every day. A very much special physique. And also, he proved to us that Matt Jansen is kind of a bad coach. I mean, bad is definitely putting it mildly. Last year, he is the guy that prepped Quinton, and Quinton looked terrible at Tampa Pro last year. That was arguably his worst look of his career, and he took a year off. As far as I know, he prepped himself, and he came in much bigger than last year, much fuller, and I would say even more conditioned. Maybe not necessarily leaner, but with this fullness, he looked drier, he looked sharper, he looked more defined. There were more lines everywhere, and everything was popping, and man, if he picked himself, I gotta say, great job, man. Like, not a lot of people can actually pull this off. I mean, maybe he did have some help, but he never really spoke about it as far as I know. He talked about his previous coach, Dorian Hamilton, helping him out in the off-season, but as far as this prep, I don't know. If you guys know who prepped him, if somebody else prepped him, you can tell us down below. But as far as I know, he was prepped by himself. He did it all by himself, and man, what he brought was amazing. Again, great peak, great condition, great fullness. Maybe he could have been a tad bit leaner, but no, great condition. This is good. This is conditioned enough for the open. So he brought the condition and the fullness and a really good peak, and also I think he improved a bit from last year. I mean, maybe it's just the peak difference, but he just did look a lot better, bigger, fuller, super impressive. He finally fulfilled his potential this year. Now, yeah, he didn't win the show. He placed second. Should that be disappointing for him? Absolutely not, man. I mean, this was a hell of a lineup, really deep lineup. And the guy that won is going to the Mr. Olympia. Quinton is not, but the next show Quinton does, there are really big chances of him winning that one. So it seems like this year, Quinton is going to the Mr. Olympia. Where he can place in the Mr. Olympia, I mean, yeah, his physique is very much special. It's a phenomenal physique. It's a beautiful physique, but in order for him to actually be in like top 10, he needs more back. Like his back is still very shallow. That's gonna probably require a couple more years of really hardcore training, and even then, I'm not sure if that's gonna really come true because he's a tall bodybuilder, very tall. In order for him to actually achieve that thickness, especially like in the back, like from the front to back thickness, he needs a lot of size. Andrew Jack has the same issue. Samson kind of managed, so maybe Quinton will be able to. Samson also had a pretty poor back in the day, but he improved it significantly over the years. So maybe Quinton will be able to do the same thing. That's a possibility. But like this year, with his back poses, I don't see him in the top 10. But again, a phenomenal look, really outstanding, really something special. I loved it, guys. I loved it. Whatever you think, tell me down below. Now, as far as my favorite at this show, in my prediction, I had John De La Rosa winning this show. What happened to him? Something went wrong. Something definitely went wrong because look at this, guys. I mean, this is not John De La Rosa that we know. This is definitely not him at his best. He was definitely really flat, much flatter and smaller than usual, especially in the legs. He did not have his usual leg fullness. I mean, his legs were always kind of a weak point for him, but they were never this small, this flat. And also, I think he completely messed the peak for this show. I don't know what happened. I would like to hear more from him or Patrick Tour. They didn't post anything this whole prep. Maybe they had some problems. I don't know. But this guy was supposed to win the show. He was supposed to be the favorite after placing fourth at the Arnold Classic. But this turned out to be pretty much of a disaster for him. I mean, he didn't place that bad. He took sixth after Bruno Santos. So I guess top 6 is all right, but not for him. Not for him. It's not. I mean, his conditioning also from behind, in the glutes and the lower back and the hamstrings, it wasn't perfect. It definitely wasn't that great. So, yeah, they missed it. They definitely missed it for this one, unfortunately. All right, next up, we gotta talk about our 13th place finisher. Who the hell is he? Why are we talking about the guy that placed 13? That's because it's Justin Shire, one of the most popular bodybuilders in this lineup. Why is he so popular? Well, because he was a co-host on Foot's podcast, and also he was coached with Matt Jansen last year, and he got a lot of hype around his name over the past couple of years. A lot of people like his physique a lot. It's very aesthetic and all that, but he won a show 2 years ago, 2023, and it was Chicago Pro, beating John De La Rosa. He went to the Mr. Olympia. He placed dead last, as far as I know. I think maybe second to last. Yeah, second to last because there is another guy who didn't even show up at the finals. So, yeah, I mean, he didn't do well at the Mr. Olympia. He decided to take some time off to focus on his off-season, to put on some more muscle. And he showed up at this show. He thought he was going to win at Tampa. It didn't come true. Not even close. Why is that? Well, let's take a look. I mean, we got this really high quality footage from Gilco Productions, so we can see exactly what Justin brought to this stage. And, I gotta say, he brought it. He definitely brought good condition, good peak. This was good fullness, good condition. His coach is now Justin Jacoby, a guy that was mentored by Matt Jansen. So he still believes in Matt Jansen. He never really said anything bad about him. He liked him as a coach. So yeah, I mean, this is the result. Could have he been more conditioned? Yeah, sure. He could have been more ripped in the glutes, in the hamstrings, in the lower back, the back overall. I mean, everywhere, of course. He could have been more conditioned, but is that really the big issue here? Was he that much less conditioned than the winner, than Jordan Hutchinson? No, I don't think conditioning was that big of an issue. If he got in better shape, if he was more conditioned, maybe he would have placed a couple of spots above. That's the thing. Now, as far as like the fullness, did he not carb up enough? No, I don't think that's it. I think they nailed the peak as much as they could with this condition. But the problem is, in my opinion, simply the size, guys. I think he's just not big enough. And that's something you can't change with a peak week or during the prep even. It's something you do in the off season. And what was he doing his entire off season of 2 years? Who the hell knows? I was following his IG and he was posting a lot of training videos. So he was definitely doing it. I mean, I don't know how much was he actually forcing food and gear and like how much was he on the plan? Was he really focused on bodybuilding? I'm not sure, but he definitely didn't make a lot of progress. It would be a stretch. I would say he made no progress. I don't think he looks any different now compared to 2 years ago. And once again, conditioning, it could have been better. Like, now I'm looking at this video more and more, and yeah, he definitely could have been sharper. So maybe if he continues competing and he gets a little bit more conditioned, maybe he can surprise and go more than a couple of spots up. Maybe he can do something that Patrick Moore did at his last show, Legion. Like a show before that, he was like 10th, and then the next show he was 2nd. So maybe Justin can pull the same thing if he comes in a lot sharper. But honestly, I am disappointed because I thought he was gonna show up bigger. I mean, that's what I expected him to do in the off season. Based on his physique updates recently, it seemed like he did not progress a lot. And you can definitely see it on this stage, on this video right here. Not a great progress from Justin Shire, and unfortunately only 13th place, guys. 13th place. You tell me what you think down below. Now, as far as the other results, let's check out the scorecard. It's interesting. So Jordan wins, Quinton 2nd, Joe Palacios actually places 3rd, just like I thought. He beats John Jewett, who takes 4th. Bruno Santos beats John De La Rosa, so Bruno 5th, John De La Rosa 6th. Patrick Moore beats Amir Omeragic, and that's the one that I thought was going to be the other way around. I thought Amir was better than Patrick, but yeah, Patrick actually took that 7th, and Amir is in 8th. Beef Stew is in 9th. So, disappointing result for Stew for sure. He definitely failed to bring it at this show badly, but, taking that 9th is probably a great result because all the other guys above him are well-known guys, and there are 2 guys. Prince Boabang is kind of a known bodybuilder. There are at least two guys who beat Justin Shire at this show who are basically no-name guys. And there are no-name guys beating Beef Stew here. So 9th spot for him. And we actually have a statement from him. Right around 10 a.m. everything looked great, but I started to fade after that. Just got too dehydrated. Not from diuretics, just from tapering water and riding too fine of a line. Very disappointing. I mean, yeah, this was a terrible look for Beef Stew, and in my opinion, it's not that he didn't bring the condition, it's not that he wasn't big enough or anything like that. I think it was simply just a missed peak, missed badly. Maybe it's not just that one day that he talks about, but maybe like a whole week went wrong, because he looks really depleted, super flat. So definitely a terrible look for Beef Stew, but it is what it is. He got that 9th, still a decent result in this lineup, but definitely not great for him. Oh, and yeah, I totally forgot to mention this guy yesterday. It's Niall Darwin, who won the Classic Physique division at Tampa Pro. And honestly, man, this guy brought an amazing package to this show. I really love his physique. Super small waist, crazy taper. Definitely a potential to be top 10 at the Mr. Olympia, but possibly higher. I mean, his waist is not the smallest waist in Classic Physique today. And also, he does pack a lot of muscle. He brought good condition for this show. What he can do for the Mr. Olympia is come in a little bit drier, maybe. Maybe get a little bit more conditioned. And that's it. But really, he has the look, super tiny waist. He made a lot of progress over the past couple of years. Got pretty big, super massive legs as well. Tiny waist. I love this look, guys. I loved it. Oh, and yeah, for the end, we also got something very interesting that I saw on Quinton's Instagram today. So he posted a story, and this morning he says, taken after fasted cardio this morning, woke up at 4 a.m. this morning ready to work. So this guy is driven. This guy is driven. He wants that Mr. Olympia qualification. I'm not sure which show he's doing next, but I'm sure it's going to be soon, one of the upcoming shows, and I'm sure he's going to win it. If Jordan actually decides to take it easy and prep for the Mr. Olympia, not do any more shows, as of right now, as far as the guys who are active currently, of course, him, by placing second, is the #1 guy, so I'm expecting him to win a show and go to the Mr. Olympia. It's really cool to see that he's so driven that a day after the show, he's waking up at 4 a.m. to do the cardio. And there are also videos of him being very emotional after this show. I mean, he didn't win, but he placed second, so I don't think he's crying because he's sad. I think he's just happy that he did this prep successfully, proved to us that he is a great bodybuilder and he still does have a lot of potential to do great things in the future. And guys, you tell me down below in the comment section whatever you think about which are the bodybuilder from this show. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and for more content like this, guys, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. All the best, and bye bye.